Yeah, hi there. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. I'm the founder, the materials writer, and the owner, and you just completed my TOEFL pronunciation pretest for the second step of my 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some suggestions right now. Now, I know that you said that you're in a hurry and you need to take the TOEFL in 1 month. And I will help you as much as I can, but remember that second language acquisition and improving pronunciation, improving speaking, improving writing and reading proficiency, being able to listen better and more effectively, these things take time. And I'm not sure if you'll be ready in a month, but I will do the best I can. And for you, you just want to make sure that you keep doing practice tests and keep studying my lessons on a day-to-day basis over the next month, and hopefully you'll be ready to take the TOEFL. But remember, even if you don't get the TOEFL score you want, you can still use my service for the next month or the month after that. And I'm going to just use your first letter, your first name, N. And N, remember that a lot of my students actually use my service for more than 1 month, sometimes more than 3 months. And remember that it's a very inexpensively priced service, and I knew that a lot of students would need my instruction more than 30 days, and that's why I made it inexpensively priced. All right, well, let's get right down to it. So you did the pretest. First of all, I want to give you an intelligibility score, and you can click on the link in the underneath the video that will tell you more about that. You are about 3.3 out of 7 right now, intermediate level in your speaking and your pronunciation. You have a very, very heavy non-native speaker accent, and sometimes it makes it difficult to understand what you're saying. And I do have some lessons I think you should focus on right now. I'm going to go ahead and share those with you right now. Okay, first of all, Lesson 8. And with Lesson 8, you're trying to differentiate between the and the but you're sometimes saying O, like mock, but it's mock. So definitely Lesson 8. You also need to focus on Lesson 10, Lesson 13, Lesson 15, Lesson 16, just a little bit more practice with the j, major, measure, that particular sound. Lesson 18, focus a little bit more on the R sound. Lesson 19, the main thing that you want to focus on in your speech is with the P and the B. When the B's at the end of the word, you definitely want to, the vowel sound should be longer, but when it ends in P, the vowel sound is shorter. So here's the examples. Cap, cab, lap, lab. So the main thing is, if you don't differentiate with the vowel sound in, it becomes difficult to understand what you're saying. Also, Lesson 20, you need to focus a little bit more on the Z sound. Lesson 23, you want to focus more on the T and the D when they're at the end of the word. Again, the same principle applies in terms of the duration of the vowel. If I say fat, fad, cat, cad. You see what I'm saying? Again, you want to practice that a little bit. Also, Lesson 24, you want to focus on the TH sound. You're having trouble with that sound. Now, as you go through these videos in my 7-Step System, and especially the Speak Clearly videos, you'll notice that I have configured them where there's caption. And you can read with me everything that I teach you in those videos. You can read out loud, and that's very, very important for you. Now, also, I recommend for you that even though you're doing pronunciation right now and you need to work on this quite a bit, I also think you should begin doing TOEFL speaking practice tests each day for the next month. Remember my rule, 1 practice test per day as long as you're a subscriber to my 7-Step System. So I think it's time for you to also start getting feedback in terms, not just in delivery, but also feedback with your grammar, your language use, also your topic development. So we will help you in those areas, but it takes time. And the more practice tests you take, the more feedback you're going to get, and gradually you'll begin making changes, and your speaking score will get a little higher and a little higher and a little higher. So practice definitely does make perfect. And then if you practice over the next month, and then when you take the TOEFL test, I promise you, you will feel a lot more prepared by doing these practice tests at my site. Alrighty, anyway, thank you for doing the pronunciation pretest.